Hi everyone, I'm Kevin, and today I'm going to talk about fostering foreign language learning through technology-enhanced intercultural projects. And this paper was written by Jianju Cheng and Xu Qing Yang, and the journal is Language Learning and Teaching. Okay, so let's get into the first part, introduction. And there are five things I want to talk about. The first one is globalization and the rapid spread of English have challenged traditional notions of standard English and language education practices. And also number two, English should be taught as a means of cross-cultural communication instead of being taught as a subject. And number three, Taiwanese learners lack opportunities to experience interactive cross-cultural communication in English. Number four, technology plays an important role in creating authentic language learning environments. And last one is O'Donnell stated that telecollaborative activities have the potential to support the development of students' intercultural communicative competence, which is ICC, in a way that traditional culture learning materials would not be able to achieve. Okay, now let's get into a literature review. And the first one is the role of culture in language education. So as you can see here, it emphasizes that to increase authenticity in the teaching of English as an intercultural, international language EIL, instructors need to re-emphasize the concepts of use and to redefine the participants and to reconsider the nature of EIL. And next one, the American Council on the Teaching of Foreign Languages, which is ACTFL, proposed that the 5C of language learning. So the first one is communication, which is the heart of language learning, and the second one is culture, which is the interdependent relationship between languages and cultures. Number three, connection, which is the interdisciplinary instruction, and number four, comparison, and they compare the studied language versus the native language. And the last one is community. And the community here, it means the multilingual communities beyond the classroom, which means the communities outside the classroom. Okay, and next one is intercultural communicative education models. So here, actually, there are lots of researchers proposing lots of models about this, but one of the most famous ones is the Bryan's model, presented in 1997 and presented in 2002. And Bryan said that the aims of intercultural language teaching are to give learners intercultural competence and linguistic competence, and to prepare them for interaction with people of other cultures, and to enable them to understand and accept people from other cultures as individuals with other distinctive perspectives. And also, the interaction is a very important thing to be considered. Okay, so here is the Byron's model of ICC. And next one, teaching intercultural communication in the digital age. So there's a gap between intercultural communication and foreign teaching. So you can use Barnes models or these models, one of the models over here presented here, to bridge up the gap over here. However, when the teacher is doing the bridging thing, he or she has to think about the teaching strategies. What or how are the teachers going to do this? How do they bridge up the gap? Okay, and in this paper, they used online education. So online education communities, the EPEL Global Community, and the International Education and Resource Network, which is IERN. All right, so now let's get into the research question here. First of all, I need to emphasize this. What does this acronym mean? The TEILI, which means Technology Enhanced Intercultural Language Learning. However, there's one thing I find a little bit weird is this is I, however, this is L. So there is a little bit of an inconsistency here. Anyway, the first one is how do learners respond to TELI? And the second question was what benefits and challenges did the learners experience during TELI? And the last one is what teaching related challenges are associated with TELI. All right, and next one is the methodology part. So for the participants, there are five things to know. The first one is there were 15 students and they were all seventh graders, and their language proficiency test were taken. They were required to pass language tests in both Chinese and English before enrolling. So their proficiency level, they are relatively advanced learners compared to their classmates. And next one is the nature of program is a pull-out program. Okay, so instructional design. There are three projects conducted here in this paper. The first one is folk tales, past and present. And the second one is video conferencing. And the last one is ePel project. So here, as you can see, this is the first semester for the first project over here, folktales part. And the second one is the second semester, second project, video conferencing. And the last one is the third project, ePel project. All right, so here, let's get into data collection. There are 4 things for you to know. The first one is the beginning of the course survey, and the second one, midterm survey. Number 3, 2 reflective surveys, and number 4, end of term survey. So the beginning of the course survey, students' language learning background and self-evaluation on their language skills were examined. And midterm survey, it was used to evaluate the first semester course and adjust the curriculum in the following semester. And next one, 2 reflective surveys, which is at the end of projects 2 and 3. And the last one is end of term survey. Okay, so here comes the findings. The students' attitudes towards TLI and their evaluations, the benefits, the challenges, and the reflections. Okay, so first one, attitudes towards TLI. The learners enjoy studying English through these intercultural projects. And it is very important to make the context authentic. Okay, so the second one, students' evaluations of TLI. So, like teachers' role, teachers think that they are facilitators. However, students don't think it that way. Students felt that the teachers were too strict. Okay, and here the table 3. I think this is a bit weird because right here in the text it says that table 3 presents the students' evaluation of projects. However, it says right here learners' attitudes. So I think this one should be this students' evaluations of TLI. So as you can see right here, folktales job, projects, video conference, and ePel project over here. So students learning benefits from TLI. So here, these are the benefits for students. What did they think they have learned or they have acquired from this research study? So like language ability have been improved, and technology ability like digital literacy and collaboration skills. Okay, so the whole program, they think their language ability has been improved and their technology ability has also been improved, and they can understand different cultures. All right, and next one, students learning challenges with TLI. So what do they think the challenges are? So first one, they don't think they have enough or ample vocabulary base. And then next one is problems within group cooperation. And I think that they need to do more, they should think more to cooperate with others. And then lack of language skills like accent, vocabulary, and grammar, and language anxiety. And last one is project, lack of language skills. So again, vocabulary and grammar. So next one, teaching reflections on TEILI. So teachers need to solve unexpected problems, and then it is a dynamic process. So they need to be so flexible and to solve the unexpected problems. And discussion number 1, language learning. So these students, they think their language has been improved, especially the English language. And next one, instructional design and ICC. Students' level of cognitive development could be one of the most important considerations when creating an effective TLI instructional design. And based on the theories of cognitive development, the tasks were designed to require different cognitive skills and proceeded in an orderly developmental sequence. So here comes the conclusion part. 3 things to talk about. First one, students improved their knowledge of the varieties of English. And the second one, with proper planning and project management, learners could experience varied intercultural projects without difficulty. And last one is the future studies should investigate the results of integrating other types of projects into such a course. So last but not least is my critiques. The first question I want to pop out is, I'm curious about the proficiency level test for Chinese and English. So what exact test did they actually take? Because in the paper, it did not say or talk about this. So is that the GPT or a TOEIC or any kind of standardized test, or maybe the test made by the teachers themselves? And number 2, how did the researcher control the telecollaborative activity? Because just like in the paper, it says it is flexible. There are some unexpected problems to be solved. Yeah, so how did they do this and how did they control this activity? And last one is if this research chose senior high school students or even higher like college students. Yeah, because in the paper they chose 7th graders, right? Like junior high school students. So if they change the participants and what other possible activities could they collaborate on? So maybe there will be some other options, some other activities to do for senior high school students or above. Okay, so that's for my introduction of this paper. Thank you for listening.